Hi everyone, it's Donna here from Donna's Creative Corner, and today I have some more bodices for you. I have 3, and as always, bodices are, while they're usually the most beautiful part of the dress, they're also the hardest part to work with because usually the stitching that holds the beads on goes all the way through the satin, so you have to find a way to cut the appliques out. But I will put a link to a tutorial down in the bottom of the description box that shows you how to do that. First up, bodice number 1 is has the corded alençon appliques on it and iridescent sequins. And I'm going to just pan so you can see it does have short sleeves on it with appliques on it. So that's what it looks like. Then coming down, so you can see the detail of the appliques. It has seed beads and rice beads on this one. The appliques go around the side there, and they come all the way up. There's a fair amount of beadwork on here. Got a big cluster there. And coming around the top. And then the sleeves are the puffy sleeves from the 80s and early 90s. The sleeves have appliques all the way around them, both the top part and the bottom part. This one has a nicely beaded flowers on it. So that's the front. Flip it over so you can see the back. The back has quite a few. It is covered as well with the appliques. No satin covered buttons on this one. The appliques go all the way down, and these are wrapped around from the front. So this is bodice number 1, and I am asking $10 for this one. These prices don't include shipping, but I do ship international. All 3 of these are just under the weight for first class shipping. Bodice number 2, in order to get it under the weight for first class shipping, there was some extra fabric that had no appliques on it on either side, so I cut all of that off going up over the shoulders so that it will fit in under the weight for first class. This one has the alençon appliques on it as well, and clear sequins on this one. And it has the over the shoulder, kind of off the shoulder configuration for the top of the bodice. Come down so you can see this one is really heavily beaded. Heavily beaded. This is the very bottom part that's hanging off on tulle. And then you can see these flowers with really heavy beadwork on them. And some pearl swirls. You can take those off and reuse the pearls. There's a few sections of the pearl swirls on this. Heavily beaded. There. There's a string of pearls going all the way along the neckline that you can get off and reuse. And then this is going over the shoulder, the part that goes off the shoulder all the way around to the back on either side is covered with appliques, and there's some more of those swirls. So that's the front of this one. Flip it over. This one has the satin covered buttons going all the way down, whole bunch of those, and then the same appliques on the back. It has a flap that kind of folds underneath. comes off the bottom. So this is bodice number 2, and I am asking $12 for this one, heavily beaded one. And then bodice number 3 does not have sleeves, but it is heavily beaded, even more so than than that last one. I'll just pan down. The sequins on this have started to turn golden with age. It probably, well, they are pretty golden. This one has the embroidered appliques on it and clear sequins, and it has this whole section of, let's see if I can show it, dangles on the front, dangling off the front. Gorgeous. So I'll pan down so you can see the details of the appliques. This one is heavily beaded. Coming up. And there's the dangles there. Rows of them. Long ones. Very long ones. And look at how heavily beaded that is up in here. Lots of beadwork. Excuse me. You can see there are certain areas that right in here it's very yellow. Look at all those beads. So that's the front. And then the back doesn't have as much, but it's still as heavily beaded. You have some large ones going across the top up here. These snap over to expose the zipper. And then you've got the ones, these ones down at the bottom of the back. Very pretty. So this one is bodice number 3 with the dangles, and I am asking $12 for this one as well. If you are interested in either of any of these bodices, as always, the description down below has the instructions on how to order. As they sell, I will mark them as sold in the description box also, so you'll know which ones are still available, which ones are not. And that's all I have for today. Not sure what I'm going to be showing this weekend. Most likely more wedding dress items. I have quite a bit finished. I have a little bit of everything, panels and bows and trim, so it will most likely be a combination of that this weekend. So stay tuned for that, and bye for now.